In this lesson, we'll discuss points. To start off, let's load up a base reflectivity, base velocity paired product on the WFO scale. So let's make sure we're on the WFO scale, and then go up to the KCRI menu, and then go down to 0.5 Z plus V, and load that in. Next, let's press the Del key on the numeric side of your keyboard to toggle to reflectivity. And we're going to use this for reference as we load up our points. So let's go ahead and load the points. To do that, go to the Tools menu, and let's go down to Points. And what we've done is load up 10 points labeled A through J. And these points can be used to generate model soundings, vertical wind profiles, time height cross sections, time series, and just about any variable versus height plots in Cave using the volume browser. In addition to these 10 points, we can also create our own points. And this is best for decision support services. So for example, if you have some kind of an event like a state fair at a particular location, go ahead and make that a point so that you could always keep an eye on that location as you monitor radar trends. So let's go ahead and create a point. Let's right click and hold somewhere out ahead of the storm complex and select New Point. And let's go ahead and name this point Fair. Now if you have a long name, make sure that you don't have any spaces in the name, or else you're going to have problem loading up a forecast sounding, for example, from the volume browser. And if you have the exact latitude, longitude location of your event, you can put that in here. Let's change the font to 18 to make our point stand out. And let's go ahead and click OK. So as you see, our newly created point titled Fair sits just ahead of the supercell thunderstorm. Next, let's practice editing our points. So let's go down to the interactive points product in the product legend and right click, and let's go up to edit points. Now you see this group of points, D2D points, those are the original 10 points. And we can modify those, we can make them movable, hidden, we can do all sorts of things. And if we collapse the menu again, we have our point that we created called Fair. Now if this is an important location and you don't want to accidentally move it, go ahead and uncheck movable. You can also make it hidden, but for this purpose we need to see it, so let's make it visible. In addition, what we could also do is create our own group of points and start putting our points that we created in that group. So let's go ahead and try to create our new group. So if you go down, you see new group, and let's name it DSS. And let's go ahead and drag our point Fair to this DSS group. So we're going to left click and drag. And if we click this, we see that our Fair ended up in the DSS group of points. So that's it for now. Let's go ahead and get out of this window by pressing close. And now let's go ahead and load up a model forecast sounding at our state fair location. So to do that, we're going to want to use the volume browser. So let's go up to volume, and then the first selection is browser. Let me move this browser in your screen so you can see it. Now let's make sure, for now we want to load up a forecast sounding, so let's make sure we have sounding selected. Next, under sources, click on volume, and let's use Rep 13. And as you see, fields automatically populated, so let's leave it sounding. And under planes, let's go ahead and click on points. And there's the D2D points, and then there's DSS, our created group, which should have fair. Let's see. And it has sounding fair. So let's go ahead and load that up. And one more step to go. Let's click on load. And there's our model forecast sounding for the location of the state fair. Let's go back to map. So what we've done is learn how to load up points, learn how to edit points, learn how to create your own points, and we practiced loading up a model forecast sounding at the point that you just created.